And welcome. On behalf of Harbor Transit, thank you for joining us this afternoon. My name is Andrea Dumbrell, and I serve as the Human Resources Director for Harbor Transit, and I'll be your MC for the groundbreaking ceremony. We are so excited to have you here to celebrate this important moment for Harbor Transit and public transportation in Northwest Ottawa County. We wouldn't be here today if it weren't for many of you in the audience. So we want to make sure we take a moment to recognize some of our special guests who have joined us today. We are so very thankful for Congresswoman Hillary Scholten and her team who were instrumental in getting the funding approved at the federal level to build our new operations center. Congresswoman Scholten is hard at work in DC, and she sent her field representative, Maxwell, to join us today. We also have Abby up front, who is joining us from Senator Gary Peters' office, and we are thankful for their support. On a local level, we have members here from Harbor Transit's board and our local advisory council who help direct and guide Harbor Transit. We also have our County Commissioner Chair, Josh Bruger, along with City of Grand Haven Mayor Bob Manetza, City of Ferrysburg Mayor Richard Carlson, Ferrysburg City Manager Craig Bessinger, Spring Lake Village Manager Brady Seldner, and Grand Haven Charter Township Superintendent Bill Cargo. We also have Representative Bob Scholten from Scholten Fant here with us, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have the property that we're standing on here today. On a regional and state level, we have Tina Hawley from the Michigan Department of Transportation joining us, along with Joel Fitzpatrick and Brian Mullenix from the West Michigan Shoreline Regional Development Commission. We have members of our design team from Progressive Companies and the construction team from the Christmas Company who have joined us, and we're thankful for their continued work to successfully complete this project by next summer. We have a large number of current and retired staff in attendance, and we're excited to have them here as they truly make the wheels on the bus go round and round in our community. Additionally, the City of Grand Haven's former Transportation Director, Tom Manderscheid, who helped set Harbor Transit up for the success we have today, is here in our audience. Lastly, we have riders and family members here, and we want to thank you for being here and for your continued support of Harbor Transit. Momentarily, I'll be inviting Bill Cargo and Scott Borg up to the podium to provide brief remarks. Then we'll have our authority board representatives from MDOT and Congresswoman Scholten's office join us for the initial groundbreaking and pictures. After the groundbreaking and pictures, we will pause the pictures for closing remarks, and then we welcome you to stay and talk and have your pictures taken if you would like. Now I'd like to welcome Bill Cargo to provide remarks on the community and this project. Bill has been serving the residents of Grand Haven Charter Township for over 30 years and is a key person who's responsible for the success and the growth of the township. Bill also serves as the director on Harbor Transit's authority board with our other Tri-Cities city and township managers.
Thank you. There's a powerful quote that states, if you're not growing, you are dying. Growth equals progress. And this truism applies to the individual, to businesses, to organizations, and to communities. In our community of Northwest Ottawa County, which includes the city of Grand Haven, the city of Ferrysburg, the village of Spring Lake, Grand Haven Charter Township, and the township of Spring Lake, encompasses over 50,000 residents, and our community is growing. The city of Grand Haven recently approved a 118-unit residential development at the vacant Dake Industrial Site on Robbins Road, and it also recently approved a 128-room hotel that will inject even more life into their downtown and waterfront. And a recent article in the Tribune noted that the city will be considering amendments to their zoning ordinance that could bring an additional 1,000 residents to the city of Grand Haven. Windsor Place in the village of Spring Lake is nearing completion and provides 41 new housing units, and the village is focusing on placemaking through their Downtown Development Authority, which will focus on walkability and making their downtown a new destination. Spring Lake Township, at the same time, recently worked with Eastbrook Development in gaining approval for both Elliott Acres, a 65-unit housing development, and Blue Jay Cove, which will add 129 new single-family homes. And in addition, Coastal Flats is constructing 60 new apartment units in the township. The city of Ferrysburg approved Stillwater Townhouse developments, which will add 16 new housing developments, housing units, and also bid the critical Smith Bridge Renewal Project. And finally, Grand Haven Charter Township is currently working with 3 different developers, each at a distinct stage of the approval process, that will provide 760 new housing units in the township. And this is in addition to all the housing developments that are currently ongoing. It's a little bit windy here. I'm just going to throw this. This includes a Bauman development, which is seeking final approval of a planned unit development, which includes 36 townhouses and 87 single-family homes. The Blueberry Woods planned unit development, which completed their pre-application process with the Planning Commission, which includes 610 housing units. And this includes apartments, townhomes, and single-family homes. And finally, the Boss development, which is in the conceptual stage and will add 25 high-end single-family homes along the Grand River. This growth, whether we're talking about greenfield development or urban renewal, will continue for many decades. And to provide transit service for this community growth, Harbor Transit must also grow. This new service facility that we are breaking ground for today will provide for that growth. And this growth will allow Harbor Transit to progress with new services for both the current and an expanded service area, both within and beyond our current boundaries. To progress, Harbor Transit must grow with the community, and today we are celebrating Harbor Transit's growth with this groundbreaking. And with that, I'm going to turn this back over. By the way, she serves as a member of the Grand Haven Charter Township Board, and so that's something that's very special for Andrea. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. I would now like to welcome to the podium Scott Borg, Harbor Transit's Executive Director. Scott has been with Harbor Transit for 5 years, and when he was hired as an Executive Director, he was given the task by the board to find a new location for Harbor Transit because we had long outgrown the current building. In addition to all the work and long hours Scott has put in the past 5 years to get us to this point today, Scott has been instrumental in modernizing our service with new dispatching software and an app for riders to manage their rides, which we're also very appreciative of.
Thank you, Andrea. And I want to thank, Bill Cargo, and we're excited to become neighbors here in Grand Haven Township. So this journey for me started on October 6, 2021, when I first started going through this area, looking for property out here. I'd often say to my wife, we're going to go for a drive. We're going to go scour and look and search the area to try to find a location out here. Well, lo and behold, I was with Seth Hort from Progressive A&E and Dana Apple in our finance department. We actually drove down this driveway and looked, and I said to Seth, this would be a really nice spot. He goes, need to call the guy. I said, well, I've called the guy. He's not answering. Call him again. So lo and behold, I called that guy on a Friday evening, no answer. But by Monday morning, I did get a response, and it started to work out as far as, meeting and how we acquired the property. So thank you for joining us today. My name is Scott Borg. I'm honored to celebrate this exciting opportunity here at Harbor Transit. Today marks a major step in our community and for the Public Transportation Department. I want to thank Congresswoman Skolden's office, the Federal Transit Administration, MDOT's Office of Passenger Transportation, and certainly the Harbor Transit Board that were very instrumental into making this opportunity happen. I also want to thank the Harbor Transit community for your trust, encouragement, and we're very proud to serve everybody here. And finally, to my Harbor Transit team, your vision and hard work have laid the foundation for a safer and more efficient operation and more accessible transit system. What's the significance of this facility? Well, what the center is going to provide is it's going to modernize our fleet for reliability, comfort, and environmental sustainability. It's going to improve access for every member of the community so they can ride safely. It's going to create a safe and welcoming facility, not only for our passengers, but also for our employees and our staff. It'll also encourage public transit use, reducing congestion and pollution in our community. The benefits extend way beyond just transit. Economic growth by connecting people to jobs, education, and services. Environmental improvements with a cleaner fleet, including more propane buses that are more efficient and that'll be run cleaner in the community. And a better quality of life through reliable, stress-free transportation. So with this operations center, we're not just moving buses, we are moving the community forward together. Thank you, and I really appreciate everybody coming out today.